Nobody's had sleep. Hey guys, I'm Liam with Gone Jeepin' here. I've got some friends with me. This is Rob, and this is Alan, and they're just going to talk about themselves. We're at the unofficial use only booth, just hanging out. All of the cool people are stopping by this booth, and I just thought, you know what, let's get the camera out and let's just talk with our friends because we've got a lot of great people out here. I'm going to hand it to Rob first. Rob, tell me about you.
Oh, what do you want to know about me? I think it goes, hey, I'm Rob from Quadratech, and
hey, that sounds familiar.
Yeah. And then there's usually some new parts after that, which is this week here at SEMA. It's what we're all doing, right? Checking out the new stuff, and checking out the new stuff here from unofficial use only. There's some cool stuff here.
I can attest to that. I may have been involved in some of the development.
Door pockets.
Door pockets. Go and buy those.
Yep.
And Alan, what do you do?
I'm an illustrator and graphic designer. I do a lot of work for a whole bunch of different people in the industry, all the way stuff from merch to build renderings. You know, we did the pre-drawing for this rig before it was built and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, out of Grand Rapids, Michigan, tiny little corner of the world, and just out here, I don't know, staring at tires.
Yeah, and I think one of my favorite stories I like to tell about you to people who have no idea who you are, and it has nothing to do with what you do.
Good.
Is I think we were on Moab Rim, and you fell asleep because we were doing it at night.
Yes.
And if you haven't been on Moab Rim, go or go with a guide, please. It's a very dangerous trail if you don't know what you're doing. It's a very fun trail if you do, and you do a lot of this and a lot of this next to cliffs, and he's fast asleep.
I wasn't piloting. I was in the passenger seat, so that was, and I obviously had a lot of faith in my driver. So that was what allowed me to.
Who was driving?
Believe it or not, Greg Henderson.
Oh,
so,
yeah, you're good. You're in good hands.
Yeah. Well, depends on the day, but yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you told us that you weren't driving.
No, I was not. No.
I was hoping no one was assuming that. Like, oh, and he was driving.
Never assume.
You never assume. And there's yet another casualty on Moab Rim. Gosh dang it. Man, that sucks. So, okay, Clifton walked up to me earlier today and he asked me two questions. What's the best part about SEMA? Mm-hmm. And then I'll ask the second one after you answer the first one.
For me, the best part about, well, I don't know. I can break it down in like categories, but
and he said it has to be like a one answer quick type thing. That made it so much harder for me. So much harder. But here you go.
So honestly, the best part about SEMA is connecting with everybody else in the industry. It's something I look forward to every year. Almost all of us are here under one roof, kind of. Yeah. I mean, we're on the same general location, right?
Yeah.
But there's nowhere else other than like being in Vegas for SEMA that I can be walking out on the strip or in my hotel, and I just constantly bump into industry friends, and that's great.
Yeah. Well, Rob kind of stole mine, but
nope, too bad. New one.
Eye candy. There's just so much inspiration here. There's so many great builds and interesting ideas, and people that are really pushing the envelope. This industry has been going strong, since the 50s now, and I think that it's just exciting to see that people are still pushing it, still really willing to, I don't know, stretch themselves, stretch the brand, and then be able to make these things available to the general public, for people who don't necessarily have their own fab shop or those skill sets. So it's cool. It's so inspiring.
Yeah, and I do love that when you see a really cool build, there's a chance that if there's enough applause around it, hey, that part that made it cool, that might come to market. That's not just talking about unofficial use only, which may or may not have happened on the door pockets. But no, you see it all around the industry, cars and trucks and all of it, and it's just a really exciting show. Wow, your guys' answers were way cooler than mine. Mine was getting done at the end of the day and taking off your shoes. That was my favorite part of SEMA.
Okay. I can see that. That'd be top 5 for me for sure.
Yeah. Okay, so then the other one is what's your least favorite part of SEMA?
Oh man. All that stuff before the end of the day where you get to sit down and take off your shoes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of walking, right? I mean, this is a tiring event. But you can't have the good without the bad, right? I mean, to get everybody here and all this stuff, it's a huge show. There's no way it can't be a huge show. And usually my voice is a little strained by the end of the week too. So, those are the downsides, but it's all part of the game. It's fun, and it's it allows us to come out here and see all this cool stuff and connect with all of our friends.
Yeah.
Forgetting people's names, that's the worst part of it for me.
Right, Tim?
I've had too many head injuries, I guess, concussions. And so, there's a lot of people that I should remember their name and I don't necessarily. But that's the best part about name tags.
Well, it's not just the name; it's like where they're from and what they do.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
So again, your guys' were better than mine. Mine was getting caught with the wrong crowd and drinking too much, which you're looking at the wrong crowd right here.
That would be one of my pluses.
Yeah.
Actually, that'd be on my plus list.
Well, there's nothing like having had too much and then walking like 30 miles in a day.
Yeah.
So I try to refrain as best I can, but every once in a while you get the wrong crowd.
Hydration.
Yeah.
We're in the desert.
Just remember, we're in the desert. Drink water.
All right, guys, we've rambled at you for at least 5 minutes now, and I'm really glad that you tuned in. Great people here at SEMA. Really, it's the best place in the world if you like cars. So thanks for tuning in. Make sure to like, share, subscribe to me and that guy.
I'll see you on the trail.
See ya.